Yeah, thanks, Paul. Thanks, everybody, for being here with us this afternoon. Got a little bit to talk about, so I'll start it off with this. Really proud of our seniors. To get our sixth straight win against our rival is something that we take very seriously around here. And, for our seniors to lead us to victory today, just really thankful for them, incredibly thankful for their families. A little bit of a different senior day without being able to honor them on the field like we typically do and not be able to honor them at the house. It's something Stacy and I really look forward to, and the boys after the last regular season game. And so not to be able to do that's disappointing, but just really thankful for those families. We also have great senior athletic trainers: Jordan, Abby, Ashley, Avery, Brian, Claire, Gia, Josh, Julia, Katie, Mary, and Rick, and equipment staff members Ryan and Shep, and in video with Noah, and they all know who they are. I said thank you to them on Thursday in front of the team. The team gave them a standing ovation, and that's what college football is all about. I know we got the Army-Navy game coming up here, and it's something that Stacy, myself, and the boys always look forward to watching each year. It puts everything really into perspective about our game. It's the purest form of college football. And, as I saw this morning, the commanding officers talk about brothers in arms to those two great institutions at West Point and Annapolis, and to Coach Niamatalolo, who's a very good friend of mine that I've gotten to know incredibly well. And obviously Jeff Munkin at Army. Those two guys are the best. And, I texted with both of them this morning, wishing them both the best of luck. And just thankful for those types of things. It's been a great season for us. We obviously stubbed our toe one time, but the rest of the year, these guys have been resilient. They've been through a ton. And our entire football program has been through a ton. And to go undefeated in the West again, is something that we take great pride in, and to see the way that we finished this off today, get a lot of guys the ability to play was a lot of fun, and we'll enjoy tonight, and then obviously on to a huge challenge this upcoming week. So to all of our seniors that are covering us, and I know maybe a lot of you are at home, just really thankful for you, thankful for the ride, and I hope you guys have had as much fun as I've had being with you. So with that, I'll answer any all questions that you may have.
First question, Ella.
Hi, Fitz. Congrats on that win. I guess the story of the game was, or from your end, was the run game. Can you talk us through what the attitude for that part of the game was going in, and then what you took away from it?
Yeah, well, we had, unfortunately 2 weeks to prepare, and we talked a lot last week about, just getting the run game going. And like we've talked about all year, having competition in the backfield. And those guys haven't been very pleased at all with our production. And they've all been working really, really hard, and I'm very thankful for them. And they all want to carry the ball, and they all want to play. And I get it, and I understand it. But it's a production business, and two guys really, obviously, Ev and Cam played outstanding football today, and really proud of those two young guys. So, the first credit goes to the offensive line. We thought we were going to be able to win the 6-inch war today, and we did. And then, I'll be very frank with you. Our guys get called out being called a little brother this week. Again, if anybody would like to say anything derogatory to our players, please do so repeatedly this week. I would greatly appreciate the motivation. So I will tell you that was not taken very kindly in our locker room.
Next question for Charlie Clifford.
Coach, congrats on the win. Down the road, when folks ask you about Peyton Ramsey, who he is, what he meant to this unit, this remarkable season, what will you tell them?
Winner, gritty, leader, great teammate, unflappable, mature, experienced, and just a joy to be around.
Thank you.
Yeah. Just to name a few.
Next question, Eli.
Hey, Fitz, specifically in the run game, Cam Porter, what did you think of the way and the style that he ran today? And, do you think he'll have a chance for an expanded role going forward in the next couple of weeks?
Well, again, like I said, we wanted more production out of that room. We have open competition at every possession every week. If you make it close, we're going to try to play a lot of guys and rotate guys. If you solidify your job and play at an all Big Ten level, and play consistently, you're typically going to earn that role, and you're going to be in there probably the majority of the reps. We just haven't been able to get the consistency going up front. We haven't been able to get the consistency going in the backfield, but we were able to put it all together today, and just really proud of that offensive line, the tight ends, our receivers blocking, and then obviously, our two backs, the way they played. As far as schematics moving forward, I'm not giving you a peep on that, but we'll get all that figured out.
Next question for Brandon Marcello.
Hey, Coach, congratulations. Your defense finishing another season in the top 15 with Coach Hank and doing what they did today, and now going into that Big Ten championship with a huge challenge. Why, for the outsiders, why has it been so consistent for you on the defensive side of the ball over the years?
Yeah, Brandon. Well, it starts and ends with Mike Hankwitz. Our guys call him the GOAT. I think today was win number 399 for him. So the next one's a pretty big deal to our players for him. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to get emotional right now, but he's the best. I mean, when I decided to make a change a number of years ago and found out he was available, the first guy I called was Gary Barnett and said, because I learned defense kind of through Hank's tree, through Ron Vanderland, and I just said, you got to do everything you can. I gave you an opportunity to go to the Rose Bowl, Gary. You got to help me get an opportunity to get Hank. So, it sounds fair to me. So payback. And he did a great job helping me. But Hank and Kathy and Jake and Hank's wonderful sister and their whole family, he's the best. And he's a great teacher of the game, number one. He teaches our coaches, our young coaches. He's unflappable with the staff. He won't get too high or get too down. He asked me a question today, and I got after him a little bit, and he kind of looked at me like, I don't want to hear that, and we were up by 4 scores. So, I hope I have as much juice and passion as he has when I get to be as distinguished as he is. But it starts with him. And then, I think he does a great job allowing our assistant coaches to coach. As much experience as he has, he's not a guy that runs every meeting. He's not a guy that micromanages that side of the ball. He lets, Marty and he have been together for a long time. Marty Long, our great D-line coach, Timmy McGargle that I brought back on staff that I thought was going to be an important piece. And then Matt McPherson that I moved over from offense, that's got a big-time defensive acumen background. That group has just gelled so well, and it's because of Hank's leadership. So I know the guys were excited to get number 399. We were disappointed that today wasn't number 400, but we got some opportunities ahead of us.
Next question, Andrew Seligman. Andrew, you're muted.
Sorry. What was your reaction when you found out about Ohio State getting the vote from the Big Ten Conference?
To be able to play next week?
Yeah.
Yeah, Andrew. I mean, this is a very fluid season, and it's been fluid since day one. And I think a huge challenge for, most importantly, all the players in the Big Ten and their families. And, we put a lot of hype and different things into different decisions here, there. The priority has been health and safety. We could never predict where the pandemic would lead each and every team on a day-by-day basis. And, to Ohio State's credit, they're undefeated. They've beaten everybody that they've been asked to play. Regardless of what would have happened today in the Michigan game, they would have earned like we've earned the privilege. They would have earned the privilege out of the East to play in the Big Ten championship game. So, I fully support the decision if that's what the Big Ten decided to do. And, we're just going to focus on what we can control, and that was getting ready to play today. And then obviously it'll be getting ready for next week, starting here first thing in the morning.
Next question, Adam Rittenberg.
Yeah, congrats, Fitz. I know you didn't want to get into the game plan, but just what type of challenge does Ohio State present, and what how do they create stress for pretty much anyone they face, especially in this conference?
Yeah, thanks, Adam. You guys aren't even going to give me like an hour, right? I mean, geez, this is unbelievable.
Turn the page.
Yeah, you turn the page. I'm going to enjoy the out of this, man. But hey, at any rate, yeah, I mean, they're a top 4 team. If I had a vote, I'd vote them number 2. I think they're a complete football team, all 3 phases. It starts in the backfield, and he's a great player. We got to know him a little bit in recruiting. I said last year, I was so blown away when I met Justin and his family when he came here to campus. I was awestruck at who he was as a young man and his family. And I'm not surprised at all with the way that he's played. Our offensive line and tight ends are physical. Their backs are physical, and they take it to the house. And all the receivers are highlight reel guys. I mean, every time they touch the ball, it's a highlight reel. What jumps out to me is their defensive front linebackers. When I popped on the tape from last week's game against Michigan State or whatever it was 2 weeks ago, their front seven dominated. I mean, just absolutely physically, fundamentally, pressure dominated. And then they're back, and they got multiple first rounders that are unbelievably talented. They got the best punter maybe in the nation, punt returner, kick returner that could take it the distance. I'm sure we're going to be underdogs by like 70. So I don't know. We'll try to put together a good week and get ourselves prepared and represent the Big Ten West now again, which we're very proud of. Any questions for me about my team?
Next question, Louis.
Hey, Coach, congratulations on the win. Is it something, or what is it about Illinois that seems to bring out the best in the running game? Last year you had 378 against them. Today it was 411. Is it something about blue and orange?
Well, I think, first of all, the weather has played a major factor in both the last 2 years' games. I mean, it was awful this morning. It got a little bit better there around halftime, and then got a little nasty again. And so I think the weather dictated some things that we had to do in both years' games. And then credit to our staff putting together a really good plan, and our guys executing it.
Peter Warren.
Hey, Coach, congrats on the win. You mentioned the little brother comment there from Milo said this week. How did that video come across your desk, I guess, and how that become a big, talking point for the team this week?
Yeah, it didn't become a big talking point. It was sent to me by somebody, and I made sure that it was conveyed to the guys very crystal clear, the level of disrespect. But that's okay. That is what it is. That is what it is. Hat stays in Evanston.
Time for two more. Drew Schott.
Hey, Coach, congrats on the win. Going back to last year's matchup against Illinois, you guys ran for 378 yards. How much confidence did that give you based on your success last year of kind of you guys, especially with the weather, kind of going back to the run game?
Yeah, Drew, really unique season last year at the end, right? We had so many guys banged up. Ray and Coco had to step up for us in the backfield. Andrew had to go do some things a little bit unique that you probably couldn't sustain throughout the whole season. And then the way our defense played last year, I think we were only on the field for 14 plays in the first half. They were dominant a year ago, and we let some things happen today. It looked like we missed some tackles by slipping, being a little bit out of control early. So credit their backs. They got a really good offensive line down there in Champaign, and two really, really physical, dynamic backs. And so we knew it was going to be tough sledding, stopping the run, but we also made it a little bit easier on them. And but we shored things up, and I love the way our defense rose up on a sudden change. I mean, you give a team the ball inside your 20 to start it, and they walk out of there with no points. That was big time response by our defense.
Last question for Andrew Golden.
Hey, Coach, congrats on the win. You just talked about the defense and how they kind of stepped up. What adjustments do you feel like your team made after the first couple of possessions when Illinois was kind of running the ball the way they wanted to early on? What adjustments did you feel like your team made?
Yeah, Andrew, I think it starts at the belly of your defense. I don't know if it looked like, from my vantage point, it looks like we were getting cut down on the backside defensive lineman, and the ball was creasing inside where he got cut. It looked like we were sticking on blocks and not shedding blocks very well at the point of attack. Looks like our linebackers didn't fit very well. And then when we were there, we were a little out of control and missed some tackles early. And then same thing with our safeties, kind of the third level of defense. So when the ball gets there and you really haven't slowed the running back down, it's a recipe for disaster. So, and it was really in one series, right? I think it was that second series that the guys came over and they were really mad at themselves. You got a veteran group. I mean, they were mad at themselves and they just fixed it. They said, instead of taking one extra step, we got to take 2 or 3 extra steps when we go tackle because the field was so slick. So, credit to our players. They just settled in and played really well and played really dominant football. I mean, our twos gave up some things at the end, but our ones played their fannies off, and to get them pretty much rested the whole fourth quarter was awesome. So that was a credit to our guys. We knew we wanted to get a couple scores in the third quarter to try to get some guys out of the game and some other guys into the game. Obviously would have much rather have scored on the fourth down that we fumbled, would have much rather not given up the touchdown at the end, but credit the Illini on that. All right. Thanks, everybody. Really appreciate you covering us all season. Have a safe trip down if you're going to Indianapolis with us. And just really proud of our seniors, all of them, everybody involved in the program and their families. And very proud to obviously have the hat and the Land of Lincoln stay here in Evanston. And proud to be Big Ten West champs. Thank you so much. Go Cats.
Right into questions for Patty Fisher and Ernest Brown. Reminder to please message Athletic Communications if you have a question, and if you could direct your question to either Ernest or Patty, that would be great. First question, Brandon Marcello.
Hey, Patty, congrats on today's win and the way you guys did it in those crazy conditions. But I was wondering a kind of a bigger picture question. The defense is going to finish in the top 15 once again this season. Coach Hank just continues to do it for you guys. What has been the common thing that's gotten you guys to perform at such a high level this season and in the past?
Yeah, I think, obviously we want to send Hank off with a win and get him to 400 career wins. And he's doing an unbelievable job. He's always done an unbelievable job of play calling and calculating play calls in the right time and in the right situation, So, we're playing for him and we want to send him out right.
Next question, Eli Karp.
Hey, this one's for both of you guys. After 2 weeks ago with a mobile quarterback in Rocky Lombardi on some of those quarterback draws, you played Isaiah Williams for a part of the game today, a very mobile quarterback. What does being able to, defend him and really contain him do for your guys' confidence heading into next week where you're going to face another mobile quarterback?
Yes, just keep practicing because we know that was one of our huge mistakes going in the last game. We let the QB scramble way too much. Just keep everything tight, basically. Don't give him enough room. Don't create rat holes so he can have space to run. Is basically what we worked on this whole week.
Yeah, we were confident going into this week, just with the few minor changes with the D-line and things of that nature of stopping the QB draw. We knew that was one of our weak spots, so we attacked that and we're confident moving forward.
Peter Warren.
Hey guys, congrats on the win. Either or both of you can answer this. What do you think was the best thing the defense did today?
Yeah, I think the best thing we did was get off the field. Third downs and fourth downs, we got off the field and gave our offense the opportunity to go score and make some drives happen.
I got to say the same thing, constant 3 and outs, giving the offense, a chance to score. That's really the main reason what we did a good job on.
Any other questions for Ernest or Patty? Please message Andrew Golden.
Hey, this question's for both of y'all. When you guys hear someone from Illinois make a comment about how you guys like the little brother, is like that bulletin board kind of material. What's kind of the mindset that you guys have, or like what's the conversation like after something like that happens, and how do you kind of take that into the game?
Yeah, there's definitely some talk in the locker room, and we take it personal. We kind of looked at that as a sign of disrespect. We're not going to let anybody disrespect us. So we took that personal and basically said if they want to call us the little bros, and we'll go out there and show them and earn our respect.
Just like Patty said, we felt a little disrespected. They didn't win the past 6 years now. You just got to back up what you're talking. That's all it is. But it just was motivation and fuel for the game. So we just used that against them.
Drew shot.
Hey, congrats on the win. So this question's for both of you, kind of staying on the topic of the Land of Lincoln game. This is Northwestern's 6th straight win. What does it mean for both of you as kind of defensive veterans and leaders of the team to kind of send this team out with a win at home before the Big Ten championship game?
I think it's unbelievable. That's something that hasn't been done here in a long time. I know the record's 7, but just to be able to send our seniors off with a win here at home on senior day, beating our rival for 6 years straight is just unbelievable.
This is huge. 6 straight. You can't ask for much more. We fought hard. Let the seniors out with a win, and can't ask anything better for that.
Andrew Seligman.
Yeah, this is for both players. Just what was your thought when you found out that Ohio State is going to be eligible for the Big Ten title game? And just in general, what would a victory in that game mean for the program?
Yeah, we were excited, and we knew it was coming. We knew that they were going to let them go and play, and we're excited to hear that they were going to be playing against us. And a win against them would I'm thinking about Coach Hank sending him off with 400. That would be unbelievable. So we're excited.
It's very exciting. Competing against one of the best teams in the country, just putting forth effort, just executing everything. And finally we reach here, the biggest stage. Some of these players, younger guys, biggest stage of their careers. It just means a lot.
Last question for Chris Heidel.
Hey guys, congratulations on the winning today. What does it mean for next week facing a very tough Ohio State team in the championship game?
Yeah, I think it means that we need to really hone in our fundamentals and technique, and really just have great focus throughout the week and great sense of urgency. We know what kind of team they are and what kind of plays that they can make. And I think it all comes down to our fundamentals, technique, and doing our job.
Basically, the main thing about this week will be focus, focus, focus. With this team, can't have too many mistakes. Really good team. We got to do what we got to do. Defense, we're going to come in with a bang. Offense going to do what they do. And we just got to focus in.
Awesome. Thanks, Ernest. Thanks, Patty. Questions for Cam Porter and Peyton Ramsey. First question for Greg.
Hey, Peyton. Wondering if you could take me through kind of that 17-play touchdown drive late in the first half, going for it 3 times on 4th down and making it each. Just how much faith did Fitz have in y'all, and what did it mean to repay him?
Yeah, and I think that's kind of been something that we've done throughout the course of the year is go for it on fourth down. And I think us as players, I think we really respect that because Coach Fitz is telling us that he believes in us, that he has faith in us to stay on the field and go out and execute. And I think it's sent a message to us and the rest of our team to continue to march and convert on those fourth downs and, really kind of seal the deal with that drive, even though it was pretty early in the game.
Yeah. Real quick, sorry about that. That kind of red zone stand by the defense early on in the game after the fumble. What confidence did that give you guys in the D to kind of hold through even when that offense makes mistakes?
Yeah, we already have confidence in our defense. It didn't take a goal line stand, but it was a momentum changer in the game for sure because they gained it really quick, and then our defense had a stand, which was huge, which was awesome for us, and we were able to go down and score. So, obviously playing with this kind of defense already gives us a ton of confidence.
Next question for Charlie Clifford.
Peyton, we watched here in Indiana as you won over so many fans last season. You get this final chapter back downtown Indy, Lucas Oil Stadium. How do you make sense of everything that's transpired in the last year for you?
Yeah, it's kind of poetic, really. Just the opportunity to go play in the Big Ten championship, something that I've dreamed about for so long. And, I kind of took a step back this week and kind of thought about my journey and, as it's nearing the end, not taking anything for granted and just enjoying the moment, enjoying every practice, every single day coming in and hanging out with the guys. So really it's kind of just me taking a step back and enjoying it because it's something that I've dreamed about for so long.
Quickly, you're still thought of in such a positive light around the IU program. That's tough to do when you're playing Big Ten football. What does that mean to you?
It means a lot. On social media, people reaching out to me and former teammates and coaches from Indiana. And it's special. Spending 4 years at a place and investing everything you have into a program and, walking away and leaving for your fifth year, it could be a lot differently. They could treat me a lot differently and look at me in a negative light, but they don't choose to do that. And it's really special that I have the support coming from all those IU fans and then people involved with the program as well.
Thank you.
Next question for Brandon Marcello.
Hey, Peyton, a little off topic, but your season there at Northwestern, to have a defense playing as well as you've had this year, how much more, capable has that made you when you go out in the field, knowing that even if you make a mistake, maybe that defense is going to have your back?
Yeah, I mean, they've been awesome. They've been great. And we say it every week. We come here every week and we talk about how well our defense played. And I think that gives our offense some confidence. When we come off the sideline after a bad drive or you name it, after that first turnover and our defense gets off the field, they give us some momentum and they give us some confidence. And they do it every week. And it starts in practice with their preparation and the way that they approach the game every single day. So it's been a blast. It's been a joy playing with those guys. They've been a lot of fun.
Next question, Eli.
Hey, this one's for Cam. I know after the Michigan State game, you said you had been practicing in the Wildcat for a few weeks. You take quite a few snaps out of the Wildcat today. You have 24 carries. Well, did you think you'd be running that much out of the Wildcat today? And what was it like to finally establish a rhythm in a game with so many carries like that?
Yeah, I think we having some success in that Wildcat in the Michigan State game gave Coach Majekian some confidence. I knew coming in that I was going to get a couple reps, not really knowing how many reps I was going to get at Wildcat, but definitely a blessing. Tried to take advantage of it, and it was great to get things going.
Next question, Benjamin Rosenberg.
Sure. Hi, Cam. Did you know pretty much all week that you were going to be the featured back here today, or was that just sort of something that happened within the game plan today? You had a little bit of success earlier, and Fitz and Pacheco kept riding you.
Coming into the game, I knew that I was going to get some carries. Like I said, I didn't know I was going to get as many as I did, but that's just kind of how the game went. Kind of just went with the flow. So.
Next question, Louis.
Hey guys, first of all, congratulations to both of you. Cameron, I was going to ask you, the running game has struggled all year, and today you had 414 yards rushing. What do you think the key was? What was the difference today?
I think we knew what type of game this was going to be. We knew the weather, we knew the elements, and we knew that we were going to have to run the ball. So coming in all week, we understood that, and our mindset was just running the ball downhill. That was our main focus all week. So I think we executed well.
Next question, Andrew Seligman.
Yeah, hi, Peyton. When you looked at what was happening from a distance at Northwestern last year, in your mind, what was going wrong? And how confident were you that the team was going to be able to turn it around this year and, obviously win a division?
Yeah, from afar, you don't look too detailed into things. And I knew that had to be a fluke. I knew Northwestern going 3-9. That's not common. That's not acceptable. That's not something that's the standard. And I knew going in that, we played against them last year, and I remember preparing for the Northwestern defense. And I knew they were a really good defense, well coached. And, when I took my visit, when I was deciding where I was going to come, I was confident, in the guys in the locker room, their belief, the way they felt about this place, the way that they feel about each other. And I think more than anything, that's kind of, that's what it took to sell me, and kind of sell me that we have the opportunity to be a good football team, and kind of put the pieces together. And I think Coach Jake has obviously been a big player and played a big role in that. So, I knew it wasn't common from afar. I knew going 3-9 was not going to happen again. And I'm glad that I'm here and I can be a part of something so special.
Time for two more questions. Next question for Drew Schott.
Hey, Cam, congrats on the win. Last time you spoke to the media, you said that you appreciated the coaches giving you the opportunity to score that touchdown against Michigan State from the Wildcat. Now looking at your game today, 24 carries, 2 touchdowns. What does that mean for you as such a young player in the program?
Definitely. Thanks to them again, for believing in me and trusting in me. I know it's not common for a true freshman to get a lot of carries, but I'm just thankful for it all. And I'm ready to keep rolling.
Last question for Andrew Golden.
Hey, this question's for Cam. What has this year been like for you as a freshman, and what's been the biggest adjustment for you on the football field?
The biggest thing this year, I've just been taking in a lot. I've been trying to take in everything. Blitz pickup, routes out the backfield. It's definitely been a lot, but I've learned so much, and I'm thankful to the older guys in the room like Isaiah, Jesse, Drake. They've taught me so much, and I'm just appreciative of it, and I'm just thankful for it.
Awesome. Thanks, Cam. Thanks, Peyton.
Thanks, guys.